Now, it's been a big week for the US men's national team with their win on Friday. They have officially won Group D. They are one of the first teams moving on to the round of 32. Here to talk us through their 2-0 win over Australia, please welcome the goal scorer himself, Mr. Alex Freeman is here, everybody.
How you doing?
How you doing, Alex? Thank you so much for finding the time to talk to us today. Just talk us through it. What was it like to score your first World Cup goal on home soil the other day?
Yeah, I think for me, it meant a lot, right? Knowing that you kind of dream of these moments and just be able to contribute to my team in any way I can. I think it was something very special to me. And doing it in the home crowd with my family as well. I think it just made everything so special, and just be able to kind of, do it not only for my family and my teammates, but for the whole country as well. I think that made it, the whole thing made it so great.
It was an extraordinary game. Now, because of VAR, 2 minutes passed while you were waiting to find out whether the goal was given or not. We've actually got a clip of you here. So look, you're here and you're waiting, and there's a moment where you think the goal's been given, and then it's like, oh, no, it hasn't. No, hang on. Wait again. Then the goal was given, and then you basically got to celebrate 3 times. Look, here he is waiting, and then suddenly, we're good. There we go. In that 2 minutes when you're waiting to find out, what's going through your mind when you're standing there on the pitch?
Well, yeah, I was anxious, right? And then when he blew the first whistle, I just started running. And then he literally just blew the whistle. He didn't even say anything. And then I was just waiting, praying, that I was on side because I really didn't know. And then when he kind of announced it, I just looked back and I see them all running at me. I'm like, oh, Lord, I just started sprinting to the other corner flag. And then that's the first time I ever celebrated other corner flags, so, yeah.
Alex, you have had the most extraordinary year and a half. For anyone at home who doesn't know, I want to talk you through this. You're 21 years old. 16 months ago, you made your first MLS start. You made your national team debut. You then moved to Villarreal. You've now scored a goal in the World Cup. How are you managing to take on board quite how much your life has changed in the past 2 years?
Yeah, I think the main thing I do to kind of keep my head down is to be able to know that, I still have more to give, right? Knowing that, after all this happens, I still want to be able to do more things in life, knowing that if I can reach this level, what other things do I have in my future, knowing that I'm young to be able to achieve these kind of things. And so I think for me, it's to be able to know that, I can be able to push myself even more every day and just be able to altogether be able to kind of, be a great person, but also be a great player as well.
Well, absolutely. It's been an extraordinary ride. It really has. Now, today is Father's Day. Your father, Antonio, played the other football. Right? He played the other football. He's a Super Bowl winner. He's a Green Bay Packers legend. Have you had a chance to celebrate with him today, to see him at all?
That's kind of funny you asked that. I'm actually with him right now.
Oh, your dad said, there he is.
My dad,
Antonio Freeman, everybody. Antonio, this is incredible. Talk to me about the weekend. How proud were you in that moment?
Very proud. I think I'm more proud of the young man he's become. I mean, his teammates love him. The coaches, they love him. And I think watching him make that goal, it just took everything full circle. I know he works hard. He's dedicated to the game. He loves the game. And just to see him get his rewards and get that goal, I know he worked so hard for those moments. And for me, I just had chills running up my arms. I was crying. I was on an emotional roller coaster. I'm just happy to be one of his biggest fans right now.
Well, that's so beautiful. Antonio, For you, Antonio, this must have been incredibly surreal because 30 years ago, in that very stadium, you put up 2 touchdowns in Seattle. Watching your son do this in the very stadium where you had such an incredible game, it must be mind-blowing not only to you, to your family, to everybody.
You know, I forgot about my game in Seattle and the success that I had there until the announcers brought it back up. But it's just been amazing watching this young man be one of the best in his country, represent his country, be a positive role model. And it's just been an amazing ride for me just to watch him grow and to watch him become, you know, Alex Freeman, the U.S. right fullback.
Antonio, let me ask you this. Be honest, when Alex first came to you when he was a young kid and said, Dad, I'm going to play soccer, were you like, come on, man, no. Were you like, I'm sure this is just a phase. He's going to play the real football. There's no career in this.
That's exactly kind of how it went. You know? He didn't want to tell me because he thought I wanted him to play football or basketball, so it was kind of a hesitant thing that he wanted to do. But when he told me, I was really like, really? And I knew as a dad, it's just time to get on board and support your kids with whatever they do. You just support your kids. And through the process, I just saw how dedicated and how committed he was to just being better. He spent holidays, he spent birthdays and different holidays. He was training while his other kids were at the beaches hanging out. And that's when I could see his real focus to what he really wanted to become in life is as a teenager when you can't do the other things that your friends are doing, but yet you're working on your craft.
Now, Alex, Thierry Henry is here in the studio tonight. Thierry, do you have a question for Alex?
I have a question, but I want to say something first.
Sure.
Alex, congratulations. And it's not easy to be the son of a famous athlete. So well done for dealing with that. And Daddy, I want to say something also. Well done because you raised a kid that's well-educated, eloquent, and I know it's not easy to deal with fame. So both well done. But I have a question. Who is the best athlete of the family? Thank you very much.
He always asks those questions. He wants to talk beef. We don't want beef. We don't want beef.
There's no beef. This guy is. I mean, 6'4". I mean, if I had his height, his long arms and his long legs, I would have been super unstoppable in the NFL. But this guy is just 21. He's just getting started. There's a lot more to come for Alex, and I'm just happy that he is the best athlete in the family, and he's probably going to be the richest also. So that's good that I can get that off my plate.
Alex, what do you think?
He's being nice. Off camera, he doesn't say this. He's being nice.
Okay.
Alex, let me just ask you, though, obviously, USA, you've qualified from the group. The atmosphere and feeling within the group of players the confidence must be sky high. How are you dealing with it as a group? Did you expect to be in this position now? And honestly, how far do you think you can go as a team in this tournament?
Right. I think for us, we know what we have, right? We know the personality we have. We know we know what we can give to the team, right? And to the country. And we know it's a different, pressure, especially playing on home soil. And to come out into 2 games, very strong, very competitive, just be able to kind of show how we want to play. I think it shows that we have character, right? And I think as a group, we have a kind of bond that we show character every day, off and on the field. And now to be able to kind of show that to the world and be able to kind of clinch the group so early, I think for us, it's going to bring us even more confidence. And even in the first 2 games, we saw the experience of, the atmosphere. I think for us to have that kind of support, it's going to be very vital for us to be able to go very far. And I think as a team, I think we're looking at the trophy, right? And I think it's just what has to be said. And for us, it's how can we improve every day to be able to make that not for only for us and the families and our brothers, but for the whole country, to try to kind of make all of us proud. And I think that's the goal for us. And it kind of starts every day. And tomorrow's a new day, so tomorrow's a better day to get better.
It certainly is. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Freeman, everybody, the USA play Turkey on Thursday night. box. Thanks to Alex and Antonio. What a blessing.